the closing doors, please.
Alright. Can you please tell me your name and where you're from?
Anthony Lenti, Queens, New York.
Alright. Anthony, can you tell me what you like most about New York?
Just the diversity, really. Just, you can get and make anything possible, you know? Anything's possible. Make your dreams come true. You can put your mind to it. New York's full of endless possibilities.
Can you tell us about the things you don't necessarily like about New York?
It's crowded. It's kind of dirty. I hate the subway. The subway's necessary evil in New York, but I hate it at the same time. And it is full of assholes. There are quite a bit of assholes in New York.
Can you tell us about some places that you'd recommend anybody that's not from here where to go in New York?
I mean, if you want to go to Queens, Danny's Pizzeria. That's the best pizza in New York, in my opinion. I mean, you got Citi Field, you got the Yankee Stadium, the museums here. It really depends what you're into. If you're into food, you can find like plenty of restaurants around here. If you're into sports, there's a bunch of sports arenas. If you're into shows, there's Broadway. Even like the financial district, if you're into that.
Have you been to any other boroughs aside from Queens? Like,
yeah, of course. I've been to Manhattan, obviously, Bronx, Brooklyn. I've been to Staten Island.
Okay. Tell us about the girls in New York.
Girls are they're good, but they can be stuck up. Some of them can definitely think that they're better than you just because they're from Manhattan or whatever. But I mean, if you play your cards right, it's pretty easy in New York.
What about the sports teams? Any favorite teams from New York?
Yankees, my number one. I'm just a New York sports fan all around. It goes Yankees, Giants, Knicks, maybe Knicks, Giants. But if the Jets and the Mets are in the playoffs, like I root for them. I'm not gonna root against the New York team.
What do you do, like necessarily? Like, what's your New York day like, or your experience?
I mean, if I don't have work, I go to the gym, just really explore the city. You know, go to Central Park, go out to eat, go to a couple few bars. You know, whatever I want to do, I can get done in New York. You know.
Who would you say is your favorite New York artist? Like a musician, like it could be rapper, singer, or an actual person that plays an instrument?
I mean, Derek Jeter's not from New York originally, but I would say Derek Jeter's my favorite New Yorker.
Any like favorite musician, like from New York?
I'll go Nas, because I feel like he like really represents New York. He's not like Jay-Z is like more mainstream now. I feel like Nas really stuck to his roots.
Can you tell us about how New York has changed since growing up in the 90s and the 2000s compared to now?
I feel it's a lot like safer now. Like back in the 90s, you could get on the train at like 2 in the morning and kind of have to worry about other people. But now, I mean, you still have to worry, but like not as much. So it's gotten safer. It's gotten easier to like connect with people. I feel like people are a lot more open, even though people are still like in their zones. It's easier to talk to people now.
Could you tell us about the craziest thing you've seen in New York?
Oh man, I mean, I saw a couple crackheads on the train today. Craziest thing, really anything to do with some homeless people, just talking shit and like just screaming about whatever. So I'd say like that.
What's your opinion of the NYPD?
That's a tricky one. I mean, they're definitely needed, and I feel as far as police go, they're not as bad as like a small town kind of person, like small town kind of cop. But I mean, they're definitely the asshole cops. You know, take advantage of that power. But for the most part, I feel like NYPD is one of the better police forces in the country.
How do you feel about cannabis?
I mean, personally, I'm not a huge user. I mean, I smoke once in a while, but like, I'm for legalization. I don't really, you know, it doesn't affect me. If you smoke, you smoke. Like, whatever. I'm not gonna judge you like badly for that. I mean, as long as you can smoke and like get things done, then by all means smoke. You know, it's the people that become really high and don't do shit with their day. Those are like, that's something. that you need to work on.
Can you tell us about your comedy experience and your stand-up, and why are you here today?
I mean, I'm a pretty new comic. Well, I've been doing a couple shows here and there throughout the city, and it's just something I enjoy doing, you know? Like, getting on stage, making people laugh. It's a interesting feeling that a lot of people never get to experience, and I'm blessed enough, I guess, where I can make it happen. So, I got a show here tonight, New York stand-up, and hopefully in the next few weeks, coming months, I have more shows to become more well-known.
All right, thanks a lot.
No problem.